What's going on, Alabama fans? It is Sunday. That means it is officially Georgia Hate Week. Alabama has a massive game coming up this weekend, and that means you're going to have some massive recruits coming in as well. So we're going to break down most, I would say, of those recruits. Mainly, we're going to break down the 2025 class and, some of the guys that are committed in the 2026 and 27 will be there as well. But we're going to break all that down for you on today's show. But look, guys, if you guys want more commitments, make sure you guys share this video for me right now. The bosses say, we have the data for it. The more shares we get on videos, the more commits Alabama will get. So make sure you guys share today's video for me right now. The first batch of players I want to talk about are these 5 stars that Alabama has in this 2025 class. Keelon Russell has started off with an absolutely incredible season. Through the first 3 games, over 900 passing yards. That's pretty insane. 14 touchdowns to only 1 interception. This kid, should be the number 1 ranked quarterback in the country. Maybe that's my homer opinion, but man, this kid has been absolutely phenomenal this season. Ty Haywood, the number 2 offensive tackle, also going to be in town. Caleb Cunningham, we've talked about him a lot. The number 2 wide receiver in this class. He has also started off with a phenomenal season so far for his senior season in high school. Dijon Lee, the number 4 cornerback in this class, a 5-star recruit, will also be in town this weekend. And then A.K. Deer, the number 2 running back, according to the 247 Sports composite rankings, but you could definitely argue that he is also another guy that should possibly be, in the top of his, respected, ranking for his position. This kid is just absolutely electric, and look, cannot wait to get him on the field for the Crimson Tide. So let me know in the comments, guys. It is the pinned comment of today's video. Who is your favorite 2025 commit right now? Somebody who is already committed in Alabama's class. Let me know in the comments section at the pinned comment of today's video. The next batch of guys we're going to talk about, Daryl Duke Johnson, a 4-star linebacker in this class from Georgia, number 34 overall, and the number 4 linebacker, Justin Hill. Number 5 edge in this class. Alabama really likes their linebacker/edge guys in this class. Justin Hill is just another one of those guys. Chuck McDonald. He's one of, honestly, my favorite recruits in this 2025 class. I think he's a little bit underrated. I think he's definitely a, kind of gadget guy. When it comes to, corners, I think he's a ball hawk. He's just all over the football, and that's something that I really love. From that cornerback position, he's got that dog in him. Abdul Sanders from Mater Dei High School will also be in town, as well as Anthony Rogers, Alabama's running back commit, one of 2 running back commits they have right now. And look, I love Turbo Rogers. He is absolutely phenomenal on the football field. Reportedly, he was supposed to go to Auburn this past weekend, didn't end up making the trip down there. Was quote-unquote, on possible decommitment watch a couple weeks/months ago. So, we'll keep on, talking about Anthony Rogers, but for right now, still committed in Alabama's class, having a great senior season as well. The next couple of 2025 commitments that Alabama will have in town this weekend, Luke Metz, the number 32 linebacker in this class, Dawson Merritt. This kid is just an absolute phenom. I love what Dawson Merritt brings to the table. Just outside of the top 100 for the 247 Sports composite rankings. Micah DeBose, the number 14 offensive tackle, an in-state guy, was at Viger last year, ends up transferring high school, but just another player that, is, he's ranked 137 right now. I think he could definitely go up, as we get closer and closer to the end of these, 2025 recruiting rankings. Mal Waldrop, another commit. You can go ahead and throw London Simmons in there as well. I think both of these guys are just extremely talented. Specifically for London Simmons, I think he's a little bit underrated right now in this class. He dropped a lot of weight, and the, couple of highlights that I've seen from London Simmons, he's been a really fun player this season. I think he's playing a whole lot faster than he did, compared to last year. So I think two of those guys are kind of underrated in this class, and can't wait to see how they can develop in this Kalen DeBoer system, and Kane Womack, being with London Simmons on the defensive side of the ball. So let me know, guys, in the comment section, who is the most underrated player in this 2025 recruiting class for the Crimson Tide? Let me hear it in the comment section right now. A couple more underclassmen that I want to discuss just really, really quickly as well. Dorian Barney, number 6 corner in this class. He is a 4-star recruit from that 2026 class. Jabarius Garor and Barack Willis, 2 of Alabama's commits from the 2027 class as well. Look, Alabama, they started off a little bit late with the Nick Saban retirement and, Kalen DeBoer and this new staff coming in for this 2025 recruiting class. They've done a phenomenal job. They're starting to really, zone in on 2026 and 2027. They're getting a pretty solid start with these guys, already committed in those classes. Guys, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor today. That is Factor Meals. It is football season. We're in full swing now. We've got our Dallas Cowboys watch party today. So that means I'm probably not going to get out of the office today until a little bit later. And I don't want to go home and cook and then have to clean the kitchen. That's why I use Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals this month with dietitian-approved, chef-crafted meals that they have options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus. They have Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you will always have time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. Make today the day you kickstart a new healthy routine. What are you guys waiting for? Factor has 35 different meal options with more than 60 different add-ons for every single week. You will also have new flavors to explore. They just keep it fresh. That's what I love about Factor. You can crush your wellness goals this month with dietitian-approved meals and ingredients that you guys can trust. Head to factormeals.com/BamaChat50 and use promo code BamaChat50 to get 50% off your first box and then 20% off your next month as well. That's promo code BamaChat50 at factormeals.com/BamaChat50 to get 50% off your first month's order and then 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. That link will be in the comment section and the description of today's video. All right, we've also got some notable 2025 targets visiting that are not committed to the Crimson Tide quite yet. Most notably, Justus Terry, the number 2 defensive lineman in this class. Really, I think it's between Alabama and Georgia coming in for this Alabama versus Georgia game. A pretty solid game for him to, really gauge where, both teams sit. And Justus Terry, he really seems to like Freddie Roach, and he said in the media a couple weeks ago that Freddie Roach is kind of the reason he has still got Bama on his mind. So we'll see what happens with him. Would love to get Justus Terry in this class with, Alabama doesn't really have, they've only got 1 defensive lineman right now in this class. That is London Simmons. Derick Smith flipped from Alabama to Auburn couple months ago. Look, he's still on Alabama's radar. They really need, a true safety recruit in this class. They got a couple corners, got a couple athletes. Don't really have a true safety. Derick Smith could definitely fit that mold. And we'll see with Auburn, really, shit's hitting the fan for them right now. So we'll see how long, Hugh Freeze can keep some of those guys on board. Ivan Taylor, a Michigan commit right now. That's another safety that, is a top 100 player in this class. Would love to get him in Alabama's recruiting class. Andrew Olish, number 4 tight end in this class, also committed to Michigan. He took a couple visits to Alabama a couple months ago and ended up committing to Michigan after that. So, we'll see if this is just a, really want to, get that Bama atmosphere, go to a really good game type visit, or if Alabama really has a chance to land him, flip him from Michigan. And then you got Jaden Breaker as well. LSU commit, 3-star linebacker, number 77 linebacker in this class. Not the highest ranked guy at all, but you're never going to, turn away depth at the end of the day. Do you guys think Alabama will flip any of these 2025 recruits, whether that is Derick Smith, getting him back from Auburn, or, whether that is, Andrew Olish, somebody like that, committed to Michigan right now. Alabama still would probably like another tight end in this class. So let me know. Type Y for yes or N for no. Do you guys think Alabama will flip any recruits? All right, the last couple of players we want to talk about, Antavius Richardson, number 24 athlete in this class. He is committed to USF right now, but has taken a couple visits to Alabama in the past. You'd love another body. I mean, that's kind of what it is at the end of the day. He can play a couple different positions for you. So, he's, like I said, committed to USF right now, but you always love depth in any recruiting class that you're going to take. Christian Ingram is a really, really interesting one. Alabama offered him just a couple weeks ago. He's not ranked in the composite rankings for 247, but 247 does have a ranking on him just for their site. They have him as a 3-star, the number 75 defensive lineman. But what's most interesting about him, he's 6'6", 290 pounds, also has a offer from Georgia as well. So if Georgia is offering him, there's got to be something to it there. The same thing with Timothy Griffin, not ranked in this class, but I think Alabama really, really likes the frame on this kid. He's 6'5", 225 as an edge rusher. So, I mean, there's some of these guys that are a little bit lower ranked that, Eric Smith as well. I believe, I'm not 100% positive, but I believe that is the brother of Derick Smith as well, the former Alabama commit, flipped to Auburn. And, man, the measurables on that kid also 6'6", 190 pounds. So, they might not be the highest ranked guys in this recruiting class per the 247 sports rankings or the composite rankings, but some of these guys, they might just like the frames on these kids and think that at the end of the day, if they can get them in their class, they would be very, very not easy, but they've already got the right frame, so it's just going to be a easy transition to make them easier on them to develop at the end of the day. So that is, some of the recruits coming into town in Alabama's game against Georgia coming up here this weekend. There are also some more 2026 guys coming in, I believe, but just wanted to touch on, some of these guys for this recruiting weekend, and you never know. College football is crazy. Some guys could end up going to a different game, but man, I don't know why you would want to miss this Alabama versus Georgia. It's going to be college game day. It's going to be fun. Make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the Alabama Football Report, and do not miss our Alabama versus Georgia watch party.